clan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Scowls. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it.
Okay. Talk to Dr. Swansea. Chapter 3, Family History. Alright. Alright, so... Oh, wait. Yeah, the West End, that's something entirely different. I feel like that's where I have to go. But to come back to the docks, though, I don't know. Alright, well, right now, I'm gonna go to Pippa and Newton. Let's see what's up. And, oh, just to see what I'm dealing with here. Yeah, level 17, got some cool shit. I can make people explode, I think. Yeah, let's go with that. But no, Code Vein, really beautiful game, gives me hope, because I don't play a lot of Souls games like that. Like, even Sekiro was a special case. Alright, T. Elwood's medical file. Patient Thomas Elwood, male, age 28, followed by Dr. Tippett. Status, convalescence. Date of admission, September 16th. Date of release, to be determined. Notes, the patient's face has been heavily burnt and disfigured by a bomb during the war. Even with the use of the strongest sedatives, he affirms to regularly endure severe pain from the wounds, as if the flames are still burning under the skin, he says. Examinations of the citricized tissues show no trace of inflammation, infection, or swelling. Scars are clean. Could it be a case of persisting nerve damage? The patient never ceases to blame himself for his disfiguration. Could it be a case of guilt of the survivor? Phantom pain manifesting as a punishment for not dying with his comrades? The phantom pain. No Metal Gear. But, yeah, I'd try it. Just seems like a more... Code Vein seems like a more intensive God Eater, which that's gonna be the next one, next playthrough after this game. Whenever I'm finished with it, it's gonna be the next playthrough. Cooperatively, gonna have one of my homies help out. Still lots to polish, like backstabs, kind of because they're too easy to pull off. Well, you know, we can't all be like From Software, just, you know, run with whatever's not,
Good
you know,
evening,
broken.
Good evening.
Do you need medical help?
I'm afraid I've
Okay.
Not on.
Thank you.
Goodbye now.
Get 25 XP for healing people. Healthy. Covering. Oh yeah, hey, that's me. Damn right it's you, buddy. Alright, this guy needs a healing.
Hello again, Mr. Blight.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Do you need medical...
Afraid so.
Okay, there you go.
Your work.
What can you tell me about the war, Mr. Blight? If you want to speak about it, of course.
War was... Well, you know, sir. The stench of death everywhere. Your mates lying bleeding in the mud. Just praying to make it through and get home. Bloody nightmare.
I fought in France, too. I served as a field surgeon, but it was not uncommon to repel an assault, especially at night.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded, I had to protect the infirmary from hostiles. Twice.
Did you know Oswald Thatcher before the war?
No. We met in the battlefield. I think we're in the same boat to France. We've stuck together ever since.
Why do you stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated. Since the war, Oswald's been really nervous with the idea of entering any hospital. And me, I've got my own issues.
Can you speak about them?
Rats, sir. Even seeing one, they turn me. Just want to run. It's that fear that stopped me from going after Oswald when he left.
Well, you shouldn't be playing that Plague Innocence game, whatever it's called.
You are always welcome at the Pembroke Hospital. As a former officer, I'll be honored to welcome a fellow veteran.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital. I just need to convince him that he needs some help.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision by himself.
Could you speak to him? He doesn't usually listen to doctors, but perhaps because you've been through it, you can talk him round.
What caused your phobia of rats, Newton?
It happened last year following an artillery attack. I was trapped for 2 days in a hole under 2 dead soldiers. And there were rats.
Go on.
They started eating me as soon as I dozed. Gnawing at my ears, my fingers, lips. I couldn't move. Couldn't call for help.
I see.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wake up buried under bodies. Fucking vermin eating your flesh. Oswald. He found me and saved me.
How do you feel about Oswald Thatcher? You are more than friends, aren't you?
I love him. I love Oswald. We knew we wouldn't survive the war without each other. But I am terrified, Doctor.
What frightens you so much?
If people find out. Oswald says I'm ashamed, but it ain't that. It's more, well, you know. Never thought I'd love a man.
Enjoy your love. And enjoy life as long as you can, Mr. Blight. Don't let anyone tell you who you should love or how you should love them.
I appreciate your kind words, sir. But it ain't that easy. It's all so new to me.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Alright, recovering. What are you... Level 3.
Goodbye, Mr.
So level 3. Where's your boy? Come here, buddy.
Good evening.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Why were you locked in that sewer? What happened?
I went by the canal after an argument with a friend. Got chased by these fucking wankers and had to barricade myself in, despite my claustrophobia.
Why did you run? What was the reason for your argument?
Newton wanted me to go to a hospital, but I can't stand being closed in. Makes me feel like I'm suffocating.
Tell me about your claustrophobia. Has anyone given you an official diagnosis?
That's what the bloody doctor said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get checked again. I'll deal with it my own way.
Oswald, why did you not go to the Pembroke Hospital to seek medical help?
I don't trust doctors. All they care about was their careers and processes. I won't be locked in any room again by anyone.
Your fear of being trapped is not going to go away by itself. You need professional help.
I've seen enough butchers in white coats to last a lifetime. Hospitals reek of chemicals and death. What I need is fresh air.
I'll tell you what, I feel like it's a cover-up, so that he doesn't tell anybody, like, yes, I do have the herpes. I don't even think, when did they even discover that? Oh, this is very...
Newton is conflicted about his feelings towards you. Would you like to talk about it, Oswald?
It makes me sad and angry. It feels like the beautiful thing we have is somehow tainted. It hurts to see him so lost.
His love for you is genuine. I'm certain he wasn't lying to me when he expressed his feelings for you.
Newton still has to accept it, knowing he'll be seen as a queer, a fairy, less than a man in those simple-minded bigots' eyes. Though he's more of a man than they'll ever be, so fuck them all.
Oh. Okay.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then, if you're so interested in my case.
When I rescued you, you expressed joy at seeing the sky again. So I'm inclined to believe you were trapped or buried somehow. Maybe during a shelling.
Jeez, you're good, Doc. You're really good.
Go on, please. Tell me more about it.
Newton and I were trapped in a circulation tunnel after an artillery attack. We were buried alive for several days without ever knowing if we'd be found.
Oswald, tell me about what happened when you were buried in that tunnel with Newton.
It was more than dark. It was black as pitch. Hours seemed like days, and days like months. Oh, the terror, the shameful thoughts. Lord have mercy.
What you endured was terrifying. It would have completely destroyed weaker men.
It did not destroy Newton.
Shameful thoughts. Tell me about them.
At some point, I don't remember which day, but when I thought we'd never be rescued, that this would be our end, I thought about...
Say it, Mr. Thatcher. If you ever want to heal, you have to say it.
Yeah, I thought about what I could do to survive. Just for a few more days. I thought about killing Newton. Killing and eating him. The man I fucking love.
Oof. Yeah, man, that shit's not easy, you know. I've heard plenty of stories like that. You know, I've got good military friends and family, man.
Goodbye, Mr.
Shit's not easy. So I don't blame them for the life choices that they make afterwards, as long as they're, you know, as long as it's not like life-crushing ones. But we are back. Alright, so people here are healed. I have to make a stop to Whitechapel. Yeah, I can't even eat anybody. You know, let me just go and... Oh yeah, I still have to talk to that, the vampire woman that looks like Phoenix from X-Men Dark Phoenix.
Yes, Jonathan?
May I ask you some questions?
Please do. I have promised to answer you.
Here we go.
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
Okay.
I've been away from London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
The Spanish flu has hit London that bad.
Yes, but it's not just that. I've heard things.
Oh yeah.
Things
Nice
I've
camera.
not heard for a very, very long time. There are whispers in the shadows. Something far worse than the Spanish flu is here in the city.
This is a really awful camera. I have to keep it here.
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
When I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Though I can't be certain, more than likely it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society. And like all the best ones, a secret society. I thought them almost gone, but it seemed they have been recruiting.
Yeah, I think it's kind of weird. I don't think that person's dead because, like, the old man on the bed is just blinking occasionally, and she's just nodding like, yep, I know.
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
Very well. But I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secrets.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London vampire society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
And no one suspected you of the murders?
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then?
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, scowls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
What type of vampire is a Scarl?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these
But everyone
creatures
is
run
dying,
wild,
yeah.
slaves to their baser instincts.
This is interesting though. This like how everything, how like they kind of thrust in this vampire disease and confuse it for the Spanish flu. The Spanish flu back in the day was no joke.
A vampire? Is that what I am? What we are?
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks.
It's a good
No.
show.
You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires. But all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
Okay.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
Excuse my forwardness, but are you my maker?
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution, and I'm no fool.
Okay.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
I feel like vampires are worse than fuckboys. They just bite whoever they want, or no, not well. In some cases, it's like I can bite you, transmit it without sucking the life out of you, or can go ahead and have you suck on me, and then peace, I'm out.
I bid
Like,
you
just
farewell.
go somewhere else.
For now, my lady.
Probably PT got the revenge on the doc. Probably. But I like how how it's all set up, man. Seriously, like they did it with the Spanish flu too. So Spanish flu sucks. But I mean, imagine with like the Black Plague, if they tried doing it with that, would have made things interesting. I still like it with like how this is all fleshed out though. I think the story's going pretty well. All right, let's talk to the doc. Swansea, Massachusetts, what's up?
Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak, but I have something important to tell you.
This strain of flu, it's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently deceased.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
It's true. The Black Plague thing has been done a lot of times. So again, it's nice to use another epidemic.
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that would be smashing.
There's a lot we're not seeing here, but it is spreading, and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us. A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
I admit it did occur to me. Blood seems to be the common factor in all of this.
I totally agree. We're in uncharted territory here. Maybe it's just wishful thinking, but imagine the possibilities.
We'll discuss this more later. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as I said, I needed to talk to you. I have some rather bad news.
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
My sister?
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
Attend Mary's funeral. Okay. It's gonna stroll up like, I did it.
I need to talk to you, Edgar.
Nah, I don't know
Please
if I'm
do
sorry.
so.
Do you know anything about the vampire hunters in the East End?
Without a doubt, it's the Guard of Priwen. Zealots to the last man.
Where do they come from?
Once they shared the Brotherhood's ideology on non-intervention. But they concluded vampires were a scourge.
They're definitely well organized and equipped.
They're extremely dangerous and not to be trifled with. To them, you're a feral beast, and I, your accomplice.
So you manage a hospital financed by a vampire?
Yes, Pembroke was founded by Lady Ashbury. She's also our largest donor.
Yeah, no shit.
A convenient yet expensive way to have a fresh supply of blood on hand, day and night, don't you think?
All vampires drink blood by nature. Me, I praise the lady's exemplary moral fiber.
Yeah, we'll call it that.
If I may inquire, how did you meet her?
Well, Jonathan, she sought me out and offered me the position. It's been a very profitable partnership for both parties.
It's a scheme. I'm calling it.
Nurse Crane will not be returning to Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, really? Did something happen? She seems such a very capable woman.
She was blackmailing Lady Ashbury. Thought she was murdering patients as some sick upper-class game.
Nurse Crane was playing a dangerous game. She's lucky Lady Ashbury abhors violence.
And
talk
I could have eaten her, but I fucked that up, and so she just disappeared. Or came back as a vampire, then exploded. So that's always nice, you know. All right. So reach the Stonebridge Cemetery. A cemetery. I don't know. It's just like I feel as though
I never
there's.
thought I would have to
Hold on.
attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary, I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear.
All right.
It never ceases to.
Like, it just surprises me. Not surprises me though. I just think that they do a lot with vampires and like games, books, and shit like that, and it's all played out. But then that at the same time, I feel like that they could do more, just to try to really see like what's what with experimentation, you know. You know, like this game, like Code Vein. You know, it all depends on what you just put the tropes, what you throw the tropes into to make a new one. All right, okay, I gotta. All right. Alright, Hey! Give me your blood! Ow. Stop! Nom 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 nom. They absolutely could. Yeah, no doubt in my mind. It just, like I said, it all depends on where you go with it, and you know what I mean. And I guess how edgy you want to make it. This guy seems to have no edge at all. You know, it's like House if he was a vampire. You know, you have somebody like this, and then you have somebody like Dante. Nom 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 nom. Peace out, homie. No. Man, it's just real easy to dispatch. Pre-win guards. Ah! There he goes. Sherlock Holmes. I mean, yeah, you know how Sherlock Holmes is all wrapped up into a vampire. Wow. Good to know that I can't break past that.
My dear sister, I don't know if I have the strength.
Don't tell me that these, because I remember I was here, had to fight off a lot of ghouls or skulls. Guess I'll find out one way or another. Yep. What's up, boys? No. Okay. I hear squeaking. Hear that?
I have this thirst for blood.
But I do, you know, I mean, I find this game to be interesting. I don't know how many others can kind of agree with that statement. Stop it. Nice. Okay. You gotta be kidding me. Alright. Thank God that's over. Don't know what happened. But, yeah, it's good, but, you know, will it hold up? Or, you know what I mean, like a couple years? So I think this came out in 2017 or 2016, but yeah, it's just Clay Cox. Oh yeah, people like it. That's right. My own murder garden of sorts.
Since I can't reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony.
Wait, was that a rat? Give it here, buddy.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Discreetly attend my sister's funeral. Damn, there's only like 2 people there. Better than nobody.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
I feel like there's not a lot of rendering going on their faces. Could be because they're just not important characters.
Why kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Oh, Avery, I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
Yo, what if his sister comes back? It's like, blah, 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 you know, or whatever noise they make when they get out of the soil.
change one thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Jonathan, there is nothing you can do but accept it.
What brings you here?
I thought you could use the company. I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
She was a good person. Vibrant, full of life. She was kindness incarnate, my Mary.
You're a good person, Jonathan. And a young Ekon. A newborn cast into the night without so much as a candle to guide your way.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
How can I? I've destroyed my family. My poor mother. I can't even console her.
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends.
We didn't even talk that much.
Loved ones I cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
Thank you, my lady. I will.
Good. But be careful. If I found you here, others may too.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
Huh. Okay.